something and let verify that.
Hello.
Fourth child.
Oh.
Or fourth kid.
Hello.
Howdy, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome to the Bear Cave. Coven's leaving.
I'm coming back. I wanted to.
So we are. Well, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
All right. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I had me a nice little nap.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. We had a big day yesterday, so trying to take it easy today. Doing something I've seen on, I don't know, many videos, Instagram, mainly Blackstone stuff. Oh, that's Cub walking around. I was like, what the heck is? Anyway, so this is a recipe that I've seen on the Blackstone. I don't know, y'all might have seen it years ago. It was pineapple upside down pancakes. Yeah, let that sink in. So we're going to try to do that. Mama thought it sounded good, and since I was out running most of yesterday, you know, make a little something for her. So, and I had everything because I was planning on doing a standalone video and hadn't got there yet. Imagine that. And every time that I buy the stuff, the kids end up destroying the pineapples and the cherries. So we're going to make that for her. So what you been up to, man?
Nothing, just going to work, and we had like you said, I had a busy day yesterday. It wasn't really busy. It was just a long day, a lot of driving. I had a friend of ours, Wes, went with us. He's a novice judge. He's trying to go through the judging circuit now. And we were in Sumter. And while we were there, after we finished the show or finished the competition, we were only about 45 minutes away from Buc-ee's. And he had never been to one. And we were talking to him about it while we were driving up there and had the hype all build up. And so after the competition, we went ahead and drove on up to Buc-ee's and took him there. So he had his first experience at the wonderful world of Buc-ee's yesterday.
Morning, Charlie. Yep, we went to there in Florence, the Buc-ee's in Florence, and it was freaking packed.
And there was a few people in there.
Scotty, it was. I mean, it was. You couldn't turn without bumping into somebody. It was nuts. Take my rings off here. Well, I guess I could have let you do this.
I could.
But you were talking, so. And if you're like me, well, you are kind of like me, where if I'm doing something, then, but.
And I was wondering if you had I see that's an awful big jar, so I figured it was water.
Yeah.
Because whenever I make I never make the pancakes. I've always made just the individual muffins and put the pineapple in the bottom of the muffin tin and then the cherry in and put the muffin mix on top.
Mm-hmm.
But I always use the pineapple juice instead of water whenever I'm mixing my mix.
Well, so I thought about you, and I separated.
Okay.
Because if I left the juice in there, it would end up all over. So I was like, something's gonna happen. What's going on, Pro Cut? Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
So I thought about that, and I have the juice right here.
Okay.
So I poured the pineapple juice out. So I can do that. I can pour that back in here. Because something told me as I was getting things ready, I was like, that's going to end up all over the place.
It wouldn't. Cub already getting to the pineapple?
Nope.
You?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Well, you need to call
It's
call them and complain because they shorted you 2 rings.
I don't think Cub got into it. I hope she didn't. But anyway. So what's everybody else up to? So when I was at Buc-ee's, how was your experience at Buc-ee's?
It's just like last time, except for I didn't spend $50 on brisket and sausage.
True. I did get a brisket sandwich and some beaver nuggets, and I don't know why I got the beaver nuggets. They're good, but they, just looking at the bag, my sugar goes up.
Right.
So I had like 6 little pieces, and I was like done. So just put a brisket in Tacoma. Ooh, nice. Boy, it's got to be doing a lot of stuff on that Tacoma. It looks nice. That Oklahoma Joe smoker. I saw Pit Boss has got a barrel smoker coming out, but it's not. I think I talked about it last week.
Tasty.
Grill Sergeant was doing. What was he doing? Oh, he got an Old Country Pits, is what I was doing.
Make me a cup of coffee real quick.
Buc-ee's is highly overrated.
It is.
You know, I will say yes. It's easy to, like, as you're walking through there and you're like, oh, I got to get Buc-ee's gear now. Because you come in, and you go to the right, and then there's like all the home goods like a Cracker Barrel. All the way around to the clothing and the sunglasses, which were way overpriced, in my opinion. But, and then you got into like the coolers and the cooking area, and you come around, and there's the whole Buc-ee's section, and you're like, man, I'm in like overload, like, and you're thinking, man, I got to get me a shirt, I got to get me a hat, I got to get me Buc-ee's PJs, like jammy pants, and I did not. I didn't get socks. I just got a sandwich and a couple sodas and some Uncle Steve shake. I went looking for it, and they had moved it because there was like 3 or 4 like aisles or short aisles of like the jams, jellies, jar, that kind of stuff. So, but we kind of looked at that, and
Have you been clean or?
Yeah, that'd be
the half and half I thought was
It's
in
not because I took
Oh,
it
you
out.
took it
last
in?
Sunday. Yeah.
there. So it was all right. I mean, and you get the hype of the brisket sandwich and how they chop it all up and everything, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. But then you get it, and I was telling Wes, because he was like, okay, I've heard a lot about this, and I was like, before you bite into it, because we had just left the barbecue competition, so I was like, to be honest, think of a fast food barbecue sandwich. This is a really good fast food barbecue sandwich. And he tried it, and he goes, you're exactly right. I wouldn't rival it with, going to a sit-down barbecue spot. I mean, there's some that, especially here in the SC, that they don't know how to do brisket. And it shows. Because brisket is, as popular as it is, it's not always done well. But let's see, the brisket is just murdered with sugary sauce. And it was. It had a lot of sauce in it. And that's why I was like, it kind of reminded me of the when you got the little tubs of barbecued beef out of the grocery store. It was kind of like that.
right.
But all right.
I'm not a big barbecue beef type person. I mean, brisket, I could care less if I ever have another piece of brisket again in my life. I mean, I just don't really care for brisket. Beef ribs, I don't like beef ribs.
Okay.
But I do like.
We need to negotiate their contract here.
But I do like beef. I mean, I like a burger or a steak or something. But those two cuts, the brisket and the beef ribs, I really don't care for them at all.
That looks better.
Yeah, that's a perfect batter.
All right. I got butter over here. So, did you find anything that you were like, oh, I could get this or I could get that, other than food? Because so
I went to the jerky bar and I got me two 2 pieces of well, their jerky is $30 a pound, and so instead of me and a lot of the other people around the counter, instead of saying, "Hey, I want to get a half a pound of this or a quarter pound of that," everybody was saying, "Hey, I want 2 pieces of this jerky or whatever." So I'm like, "Hey, that sounds like a good idea," because I didn't want to spend $15, $20 on some jerky. So I said, "I want 2 pieces of the jalapeno honey jerky." Then 2 pieces of jerky. They pick them up, put them on the paper, and they weighed them. 2 strips of jerky still cost me $8 for just 2 pieces of jerky, but it was good. It was super thick. There were some really good sized pieces. But
Uncle Steve's dessert shake.
But that's the only thing I got yesterday. And like you're talking about the hats and the shirts and stuff, the merchandising stuff. I never even consider a Buc-ee's hat or a Buc-ee's shirt. I mean,
you were looking at a pin, like for the aprons.
I was going to get a Buc-ee's pin because it had the beaver on it, and it had Florence to represent the Florence cook that we was a judge at. And I was going to add that to my pin to my apron. But I never thought about. I'm not that big on the merchandising stuff. I don't want to get a coffee mug just because it's shaped like a beaver and says Buc-ee's. I don't want a cutting board that has the shape of South Carolina with Buc-ee's symbol in the middle of it. And like you said, you were looking for the Buc-ee's cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
Me personally, a skillet is a skillet. I don't want the Buc-ee's logo on it. I've already got so many skillets. I don't need another one. And I'm especially not going to buy one just because there's a beaver on it. So the merchandising stuff doesn't affect me at all. I just have I guess a different mentality of the merchandising area.
Yeah, I was looking to see it. I wouldn't have got it because my wife would.
You were going to see my skillet. I
Your
wonder.
Buc-ee skillet.
I wonder. I don't think that's going to go over very, very many more times.
I think where I get one that's rusty, and she thinks it's Rusty's.
She's probably on to us by now.
Yeah, we used that once, and it was funny.
Dad,
She didn't think it was, but so I'm hoping this works out good. I mean, it should.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good time. Wes was sensory overload. I was in sensory overload. Like, I think we got back to the car, and I was like, "You're gonna have to wait before you drive because." I was at my limit.
And we sat down there a little while. You and Wes ate your brisket, and I just sat down there and eating my jerky. Whenever y'all got finished, we headed on out.
Yep, and that was a long ride home.
Then we had to stop at Lowe's because I needed 2 fitting. One thing about Wes, he's a jack of all trades, and my sink, the faucet on my sink at home, needed to be replaced. So I ordered one on Amazon. It came in. The plumbing in my home, especially under the sink, the plumbing is so old that the fittings were different. And so since I knew that Wes did this kind of work and maintenance stuff at his job, I called him up and said, "Hey, are there any kind of fittings or anything special I got to do to make this work? Because these aren't working." And so he said, "Send me a picture." So I went to pulled up the cabinet under the sink, sent him pictures of everything. He said, "Yeah, what you've got is this and this, and you're trying to connect this to that.
I had something.
You need to get a compression fitting that goes 1/4 inch to this." I mean, he was going through all that stuff. So I just said, "You know what? We'll just go tomorrow and look." So on the way home, we stopped at Lowe's when we got back into Rock Hill, and we went there, and he found the right fittings, and we got to my house. I dropped off Lee, then took Wes to my house. That's where his car was. And he had everything exactly right, the compression fittings and everything, and it took us probably 10 minutes to get my faucet swapped over.
It does look nice. I like that.
So Tom said they're building a Buc-ee's outside of Dayton. Cool, man. It's just at the end of the day, it's a glorified gas station.
It is.
Yep. But you found out something interesting that I don't think anybody's ever noticed. in all the videos that I've seen about it going to a Buc-ee's or talking about it.
Oh, what did I find out?
Anyway, so he was looking for a Gatorade.
Oh.
And could not find Gatorade anywhere in Buc-ee's.
Yeah, because
Kind of interesting.
they don't have coffee.
Because you look at the headings across the top, when sports drinks was one of them. So I went there, could not find me a Gatorade anywhere. And then I backed up and I started walking. Maybe they had it categorized under something else. And me and Lee had walked all the way down to where they had the beer. And I'm like, well, it's not going to be in this section. Walked all the way back down again. Finally, I just asked one of the guys that was there, stocking up the coolers. He said, no, he said, we don't sell Gatorade at Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, I was looking
for
like the coffees because I didn't want like a hot coffee. I wanted a specific one.
Yeah.
No.
I want to say the one time we were in there, they had like a barista thing going on in there. Like a mini, like a Starbucks this size. Go for cheap gas. Been there a handful of times, but you got to manage your expectations. Right. It's one of those that you just get sensory overloaded. Kind of like when you take the kids to the zoo and they go into the gift shop and they're just all over the place and they want to get everything because of school. It's the same thing. I don't know how many like teenagers I saw walking around with those suits, the Buc-ee's suit.
Oh yeah, the costume.
Yeah, and they were like, and then you see them walking back to the rack to hang them back up because they're evidently their parent told them no.
My son has one of those.
What's up, brother?
His best friend's wedding. He actually put on the costume, and whenever they were doing the bridal party introductions, he came in with the bridesmaid and stuff and was dancing in his gopher costume.
Do you think Santa Claus is the deranged man who drinks, who breaks into houses and leaves stolen toys?
What is?
So Tom's asking Charlie if he thinks Santa Claus is just a deranged man who breaks into homes and leaves stolen toys behind.
I mean, it would make sense.
Well, he did go to the land of misfit toys.
Not even that. It would just make sense. Easy way. It's like
he didn't steal them, though. They willingly hopped into his sleigh.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Grant flies home today.
Fun fact about that show. Did you know the original was released, whenever they released it, they had the Island of Misfit Toys theme in there, but whenever it ended, there was no what happened to the Island of Misfit Toys. And there were so many letters and stuff sent into the company. I forgot which broadcasting company network it was, but there were so many emails sent in from the little kids wanting to know what happened to the toys that the next year, the part where you see where he goes back to the island and gets the kids, that was made during the summer so they could have it for the next year's release because the kids were so worried about what happened to the Misfit Toys. So whenever you watch it now, the part you see where he goes back and picks up the toys, that is a second part that was made and added to the movie for the second year. Fun fact.
Did not know that.
Fun fact. If you want to pop the hood in a Mercedes, it's completely all the way under. Like your steering wheel is here. You have to get out of the car, go all the way under to the back panel, and then push it. It's the third one to the bottom.
Yeah, Tom, when I go into the Lodge store, it was like, oh, Big Green 8, camping, all the different series, the black locks, which I was turned off with the black locks. So we'll get into that in a minute. But and then you get into the seconds, and that's where I really start diving and trying to look, and the wife's over there going,
I spent a lot of time looking at their seconds, and most of them you had to really search for where the flaw was. Some of them you couldn't even tell there was any flaws.
Yeah. Some of them just have like little sand shifts or little dimples or something in it. So the Pro Cut says his wife just looked it up. No Gatorade because they're exclusive contract with Coke, and I believe Coke makes Powerade.
Yeah, they did have Powerade.
So cool. Bucky's locations by state: 2.7, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Missouri. Well, I got a feeling they're going to branch all over. They're supposed to be building a second one in South Carolina, and I'm trying to think it.
Oh man, I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm like, who the heck is logged into your computer? Because both screens are facing us. Your mouse is moving around. I'm like, somebody's moving your mouse, and I look over and see, oh, it's you. I forgot you put that extension cord. I'm like, somebody's done logged into your computer.
It's okay, guys. He needs to clean his glasses. It's all right. You need a wipe?
No, I'm good.
Beaver nuggets. Yes, they
Corn
are.
Pops.
They remind me of the old sugar pop cereal.
Yep.
I got some. I got them, and I mean, I ate a handful of them, and I was done. My sugars can't handle all that.
They're really good.
Those are the ones on the island.
Yes.
Put them in a bowl and pour in the milk. We just like the corn pop cereal.
Yep, the sugar pops.
That didn't sound good.
I know, right? Hey, I got one right.
That one's better.
Yeah, this one.
What happened to that?
Flipped it too early. That's all.
Yeah, I flipped it too early. And the sugars. Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yep.
That looks a lot better.
There's your picture.
Yep. See, get in here. Oh, that one looks pretty good. Yeah. There we go. Look at that one. There we go. Oh, good. That tastes good. So, show's over. So let's see what else we got. Charlie's taking over the bear cave. Yeah, come on over, Charlie. I mean, you're only a hop, skipping, and jumping away.
I'll send in my private jet.
I'm right by Sevierville, Tennessee location. I can see it. Oh, okay, cool. We're going to be heading up that way for the Cornbread Festival. Kind of looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Just something different. You know, I've seen videos and all that, and it looked kind of interesting. So it's just something different, a little getaway for us. This may be the strangest show yet.
That old video that I tagged you in from the Lodge factory where they were showing their process.
Yeah.
Is that the factory where you're going?
Yeah. Yep. So it shows like the pouring the molten lava into the molten cast iron, the raw steel, whatever. They pour it into the sand molds, and then they pull it out, and then it goes through the process and shakes all the sand off of it. Then it goes through I think it's like 3 different tunnels where BBs,
with the beads running it out.
Yeah, BBs or bearings or whatever you want to call them. They ricochet or bounce off of it, pulling smoothing it out. And they've got different degrees. And, yeah.
I just didn't know if that was the same place where you were actually physically going.
Yeah. Scotty said there's a blizzard coming. Well, yeah, he's up there by Canada, so
Man.
we were 65 or 60s, in the 60s this morning, I think. It said 65 in the house, so I don't know what it is outside. Feels pretty good though.
Oh, it feels really good.
Be in the 50s and sunny. That's in Ohio. Supposed to get snow tonight in Colorado. Good. We know how much you love snow. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. You can have all the snow you want, my friend. I do not. So my brother was telling me about this, the new X-Men cartoon. It's X-Men 97. And I started watching a little bit this morning. I didn't get through a whole lot of it, but so I was setting up. But it looks like the old cartoon of X-Men, but they've added to the story. So I'm kind of intrigued now and watching it the rest of the way through. I don't know if y'all remember that, but or into that, but I know you're not.
Right. You could show me 2 cartoons. I couldn't tell you if this was the older cartoon or a new cartoon.
Yeah, this one's done up just like the old X-Men animated series. So I started to watch it. Hadn't got very far in it though. Well, it turned out pretty decent.
It did.
Except for that one. But it's okay. I reckon it'll eat.
Yeah, I can bring that one to Teresa.
Yeah, his wife thinks we're doing takeout orders. And I can say that because she's not watching.
She will whenever I get home and turn this on so you can get the view credit.
Yeah. Yeah, she thinks we're doing takeout so she can just, oh yeah, I want to try that.
Wednesday night I did takeout for the whole family.
Yep. So Wednesday night, you can tell them what you made.
We had a little what was it? Meatball subs was our thing for our what do you call it?
Topic.
Very good. Our topic for the night. And so we me and Mike, we had a
Mike from Keto Journey.
right. He was cooking from his kitchen in Georgia, and I was here, and it was just something that had to do with meatball subs. And so I made a meatball pizza subs, and everybody at the house wanted me to bring it back over there for them to eat. So after we made them, got them done, and I brought them all home. So we had pizza subs for dinner at the house. It's a funny thing, Mike and I, we did not talk about this amongst each other for the whole or any of it. And he ended up, he was doing a pizza sub also, and his was
What was that?
The
chicken
leg just
meatballs instead of
flipped out.
pork like mine were.
The little piece of wood.
Okay. But they came out real good.
We're going to double that one up because I want to. All right. Well, let's try this again. I was going to break out the Blackstone, the E series, and I decided not to. But, so you guys are talking about getting snow. I actually done my first cut of grass this week. The other day. So they're getting snow and we're cutting grass.
Right.
Oh, you actually got it started?
Oh yeah, the motor fired up fine. You know, pulled off the air cleaner. I gotta get a new air cleaner, but pulled off the air cleaner, shot a little startup fluid in it, and yeah, she fired up fine. Hit it with the drill.
This Tommy did our yard for the first time last week. And I told him, I said, it's got to get done because the yard was looking awful. I said, but you know that once you get this first cut done, it's going to start growing. You're going to have to be doing this every week.
Yeah. And then we got rain for 2 days. Not like a lot of rain. It was kind of misting, but it was still rain for 2 days. I missed all these. X-Men 97 was supposed to be a continuation of the old cartoon. The original ended in 96. It takes place a year after. So it's, Xavier was dead. They were saying that, but I picked up where this is a confusing part. Because Morph had died in the original, but he's there in the first episode because he comes out looking like Xavier, but he's walking. And they're like, Morph, cut it out. And I was like, wait a minute. So I need to like sit down and pay attention and watch it, but I forgot what I was saying. But that was confusing. And then they were talking about how Trask was still there and Megamold was there.
All right, so we got 3. You just said 3 names I never heard of superheroes: Morph, Megamold, and
Megamold. Yeah, it was Megamold. Yeah.
And the third one you just said.
Xavier.
No, I've heard that name before, but it was
X-Stay them. Well, I know you don't watch it. You don't watch superhero stuff. So
but I still know the names
you
because
don't watch.
my brother watched them growing up.
Yeah. Burger Nights and I did corned beef last night since both kids are on break and over. Okay, cool. I'm telling you what, man, Charlie, try that corned beef bacon burgers.
Those are really good.
I really like those. I like them better off the grill than I did off the flat top.
Really?
Yep. I've got more of those. I got to make some more. I forgot that. Imagine that I made those ones in the mold. So in the video I showed I put some in a owl silicone mold. And now I know that the reason why nobody makes those is because once they cook, they ain't gonna hold shape.
Right.
And I know that, but it was just something fun. So it's gonna be like a huge meatball that I might make smash burgers out of. That'd be kind of a cool video. Make
A big
corn.
meatball that can eat a Tootsie Pop in 3 bites.
Yeah.
Or 3 licks.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Rumors they made Gambit by. Whoa, I don't know.
Oh no.
Yep. Remind me
That
of
is
what
true.
you put down first. Oh, so I put down the Uncle Steve's sweet dessert shake. Here, Cub, you want to hold that up? Camera's up top. There we go. Yep. You can pick that up at UncleSteve's.com, UncleSteveShake.com. And in the comments when you go to check out, just tell them that Smoke a Bear sent you. I can't tell you he'll give anything off, but you say that I sent you, he'll add a little something to your.
I can say this. What Tom said is correct. That is correct. They did do that.
Did they?
Yes.
Wow. Well.
Not the OnlyFans.
I want to mow. Oh, you don't want to mow till Memorial Day, buddy. I would have liked to have done that. 97 Character was fired from Disney because the founder found out he has
OnlyFans.
Oh, there was you might have seen it. There was a teacher in Charlotte who got fired.
Yep.
Because they found, the school board.
A student found out she had an OnlyFans page.
And she was
telling
making
all the kids. And then it got back to the school.
She was making over $1 million on OnlyFans. And once the school board found out, they checked it out and booted her.
Did y'all see about that teacher in I think Kentucky or Connecticut? Can't remember which one.
Yeah, they're close.
She got pregnant with her. She got arrested in front of her husband for being pregnant with a child, like one of her kids that she teaches. But she works in the middle school.
In the middle school? And it was one of her students?
Nope. Haven't seen that.
Yep.
That's some Pickles barbecue BS right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kidding. It's more like Tom. But anyway,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just teasing. That's some crazy stuff. I don't get that. I just don't understand that. where you look at a 12-year-old and you're
I
like,
know.
hey, baby.
This
I don't get it.
this guy on TikTok.
I guess if I did, there'd be a problem.
There would be a problem. This guy on TikTok is facing charges because there's a TikTok trend and it was like, don't look at me. It was like the don't look at me with those eyes, and like you swipe over, it's the dog looking crazy or the cat looking crazy thing. This older fella made that TikTok with his granddaughter as with those eyes, and everyone is going off about it. They did research, and he's not allowed to be certain, like 50 yards from any school, playground.
Oh, so now he's labeled as a.
Well, they found that out after because people started questioning the TikTok, and they found out after that he has pending charges.
Oh.
And like he already has things set in place that he's not allowed to be there.
I saw this TikTok. Where's my? You guys got to hear this. So this TikTok, I played it for Rusty yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I saw a guy who headbangs to a lot of stuff doing it, but I saved it. Let me find it here. All right, listen to this. Okay, so I won't play the whole thing, but that was Simon and Garfunkel singing Baby Got Back. Tell me that's not hilarious. Okay, Cubs looking at me like crazy like.
You're welcome. Somebody asked you.
Boy, those look good. Especially those two. All right, thumbnail done. Okay, so but anyway, there's a guy that he gets on the TikToks and he does head banging. I know Charlie knows what I'm talking about because I sent him to him. But he's got the beard and he's usually in his car, and whatever heavy metal comes on, he's always like, and he's a teacher. So the video I saw this morning was the Simon and Garfunkel, and he's like, what the heck? And he's just kind of like, all right. It was just kind of a funny thing, but
I see a lot of those videos where there's like square dancing or church dancing and stuff like that, but in the background they're playing Megadeth or Metallica.
yeah.
And they're into those dancing to that music, and some of those are really, really funny.
The guy from Shinedown's been doing a lot of TikTok.
He has. I follow him.
Yeah.
What is Shinedown?
It's a band.
Yeah. They have.
It's a heavy metal band, or kind of hard rock. It's not like Megadeth heavy metal. It's a little
not
softer.
like yeah.
But it's in that kind of genre.
In that category. So it's under that umbrella.
They must not play him on my station.
Yeah, got you.
No, he is not on easy listening.
This is one of their songs.
Yeah. So I like Shinedown, but it's not anything you listen to. You can probably heard it because I play it, which you probably just tune it out, which is fine. I mean, that's what all my kids do too. But yeah, yeah, you do. But
I don't. I like it.
He was on there, and he had like I think it was his son or grandson or a fan. I don't know. It was like a little 6-year-old.
The little boy.
Yeah, the little boy, the little 6-year-old, and he was teaching him how to headbang. And then the kids started dancing around. He's like, "Yeah, dude, add some dance moves to it." The kids started doing flips and cartwheels and some.
I'm pretty sure that was his grandchild.
I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't say, but he was doing all these flips and kicks and all this stuff, cartwheels, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the grandchild.
Yeah. So, Well, those two were turning out pretty darn good.
I have
Perfect caramelization.
I have a busy next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks. Let's see. Which is it? So going back to the OnlyFans thing. Yeah, teachers don't make enough money. No, I mean it's hard for them to compete when you can get on OnlyFans and flaunt what your mama gave you. I reckon.
Oh no!
You need to hear Jack Black covering "Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears. Okay, I'll have to look that one up.
I like Jack Black when he does those. Oh God, he gets the plastic saxophone and does all those plastic saxophone gigs jumping around.
The one video I saw of his,
Tenacious D. I think Tenacious something is what he called. I can't remember the name of it, but he does a lot of funny videos of plastic saxophone.
Is that him?
I think Kung Fu Panda 4. That's how I know exactly what it is.
Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Send that to me.
I got you. Which
There was a recent video with Jack Black that's been all over, and he had a really cool like Fire Flames t-shirt and shorts. I was like, dude, I want the outfit. I don't care about the song. I want the outfit. But Scotty says it's starting to snow. Tenacious D is Jack Black's band.
Okay. But he does a lot of gigs with or songs and stuff with a plastic saxophone, and those are pretty cool.
All right. Tenacious D.
I saw Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, you
Twice.
saw Kung Fu Panda 4. How was that?
Twice, Dad. Twice.
How was it?
Amazing. It was amazing. I think you should watch it.
Ooh.
Wait, do you even like the Kung Fu Panda series?
Okay, so I think I watched the first two. Gosh, I'm stuck. Look at that. I think we got too much sugar on our spatula because that made it. I'm just guessing. Ooh. Boy, that looks good. They're getting better the longer I wait.
They are.
Okay, see what you're saying.
I don't know what I was saying.
Kung Fu Panda, you said you only saw the first two.
I think I only saw the first couple. I don't think I saw. Let me give me a picture. I don't think I saw the third one. Which one was the third one?
I don't know. I didn't like the third one.
I don't think because you kids were kind of getting out of it by the third one.
Yeah, but I watched it because I wanted to see what it was. And I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
But the fourth one, that one was
That
good.
was good, huh?
Yes. That one was so good.
Okay.
And I saw it in Colombia and I saw it in Rock Hill. Like with Morgan.
Okay. Nice.
And I would buy the DVD. I would watch the movie again.
Okay.
It's mwah.
That good, huh?
Mwah.
Do they still make DVDs? I thought everything is streaming now.
Well, yes, they do. They do still make DVDs.
Yeah.
They still have Blu-rays. We were watching Hoarders. So wife and I like watching that because sometimes it makes us feel good. Not gonna lie. And one of the guys said, "Look, I'm getting rid of my Laserdisc set."
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Oh man, he had like 50 Laserdiscs."
I remember
and
we had
players.
one. And the Laserdisc, they were just as big as the 33 1/3 albums back then.
Yeah.
Ooh, I made a steak last week.
Oh yeah. Tell them about that. That was pretty awesome.
So
Because she has never cooked a steak by herself.
I was in charge of cooking dinners one night, and they wanted steak. So we went to the store and got steak, right? They didn't have a meat thermometer, so I called Dad. I was like, I don't think I can cook this steak without a meat thermometer. Where I get a meat thermometer? And he was like, no, you just do this, that, and that, and this and that. And I was like, okay. And I made this steak, except for I made it so late in the night. I didn't send Dad the picture until the next day. Because they weren't hungry until 11:30 at night. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'll get up and make it now. I'm going to go sleep.
So I taught her the hand method,
Right.
and that's how she was gauging.
But look at it.
Very nice. I would eat it.
That is well.
Yeah, it looked good. Show the people. Show the people.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's hard because of the glare from the TV and everything right there.
That doesn't help my situation.
There we go.
Maybe if it just focuses.
Now,
I
we're
don't
going to put this in a big round egg mold to stop the spread and make perfect round circles.
But I did cook it.
Yes, and
I could,
I've been kicking myself because I keep trying to talk myself into getting those Blackstone silicone ones that are like $20 for 8. And I keep saying, no.
You don't got to get the Blackstone branded ones. You can get them cheaper on Amazon.
I'm talking myself out of it, Rusty. Don't talk me into it. Don't give me more ideas.
Oh, I can just bring mine up. You can use mine.
I was wanting to do the silicone ones so that way I can put them on the E series.
Yeah, that's why I've got the orange silicone ones that have the little handle on them.
Yeah.
So you'd have to lay the handle flat to close the lid on your E series if you wanted to close the lid.
Yeah.
But I've got some. I can bring them up.
All right. I did pick up my torch yesterday.
Oh, what kind did you get?
I got a Benzomatic low special.
okay.
Haven't opened it or put it together yet, but it's the low special.
Dad, I have
I'm going-
a ranch sauce recipe. I want to turn into a glaze. What would you do to achieve?
A ranch?
Like a ranchero.
Ranchero.
Oh.
Let me see. Where are we at?
Right here.
Tenacious. Yeah.
Oh, right here.
I need to make some of those. All right, man. They're simple, dude. They're really easy. I mean, if I can do it, y'all can do it.
You told me to do it.
Yeah. Biscuits and gravy. Ooh, Pioneer Woman recipe. I tell you what, man. We were talking about doing enchiladas, like a breakfast enchiladas, and we may do that next week. I don't know. I gotta see. But
It was going to be this morning, but this won the fight.
well, it wasn't really a fight; it was a debate. But then, because I had everything, I would have had to go and get heavy whipping cream to make my gravy. Because the way that I do the gravy is, I just use heavy whipping cream, reduce it, add in the sausage gravy or the sausage or whatever. So, but maybe next week we'll do that.
I see what you mean.
Oh yeah,
He said he can't ever cook these hardly because y'all won't leave him alone and y'all eat all the cherries and
sauce
the
recipe I like to make into a glaze.
Just like your apples.
Okay.
I ate 60 of your apples last night.
No way. Wow. Well, at least they're getting eaten.
So what are your thoughts on making a ranchero sauce into a glaze? I thought that said 4 anchovies, but what are you going to put it on, Tom? Like on pork loin, on chicken breasts, or shredded chicken? I mean, a glaze, so it'd be like on top of. I'm thinking of pork loin. On chicken, okay.
He said chicken.
Yep, on chicken. Ranchero. Trying to think what all is in a ranchero. Because I'm thinking like ranch dressing and salsa,
Oh,
but I know
right.
that's not right.
You definitely need to make sure you have the green chilies. Get you one of the small cans of the green chilies from the store. There's green chilies make everything taste better.
I would say just boil it down.
You could also, and not just the green chilies, get you a small can of Rotel and put the Rotel in the pot. As far as bringing it down to a glaze,
But
Put
one
it
thing
at a high tempo.
you can
you have,
reduce it.
you have to reduce it. There's a lot of liquid in the Rotel and in the can of green chilies.
So I'm scraping the sugar off the end of the spatula because it started to roll that one. Yeah, you can probably make your ranchero sauce and then try to reduce it. And then cool it down. And
Pico said boil it down and add agave syrup.
Agave.
Yeah. That.
agave.
You could put it in a small blender, magic bullet, or whatever, something small, and really get it all, really, really mixed. And you could put that on your actual skillet or whatever you're heating it up on, and make it reduce a whole lot faster. And but that wouldn't really be a glaze as far as it would be a nice chunky topping.
But would it make it a chutney?
No.
The pieces will be a little bit smaller than a chutney, but it could definitely be used as one.
Ooh, that one started to fall
It
apart.
started, but it fell back perfect.
Yeah. This one didn't make it. It ain't gonna make it.
I take back all the things, most of the things, well, some of the things I've said about you. That was from Tom.
Yeah, because Charlie just gave him a good idea.
He does that. He does that once he is mean.
Every
to you.
now and again, yes.
He does it once he's mean to you. Has to make up for it.
Yep. So one fell apart.
No, but Dad, guess what? You'll be very proud. I'm cooking a pork butt this weekend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
For what?
Quinny's cousin's birthday party.
Okay.
We went to the beach together with Courtney and Dax. The cousin came with us from New York. And it's her birthday this coming weekend.
Okay.
And she wants pork butt. But
Okay.
Courtney doesn't know how to make that. Neither does Dax. Dax is just good at baking. Anything else, I feel like he's going to burn down the house. So I get to make a pork butt.
Okay.
And I'm very excited about it. But I'm not because I have to do it in the oven.
Why?
Make it here and just bring it down with you to the beach.
Yeah.
We're not going to the beach. We're doing it
In Columbia.
Yeah.
Or
Just do it here.
Bring it to Columbia.
Yeah, we can do it one day, and then you shred it and go ahead and pull it and take it on down.
Okay.
And then all I was gonna do is cut the bag and reheat it.
Yeah, that's true. Because don't we have any?
Huh? Yeah,
Don't we
we
have
got.
a little bit? Because Dax doesn't eat pork. And Quiddy only eats
So you
pork.
just need a couple pound,
Yeah.
pound or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got that.
Yay!
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to go buy a pork butt for just
You wouldn't have to buy
two
one.
people to eat it.
I got 17 of them at the house.
Okay. I don't want to go steal a pork butt. Only
I give it to you.
He's
baby.
not stealing if he gives it to you. He just gave you permission.
Okay. I don't want to have
I gave your
pork
dad a whole bunch of them too.
Yeah, you gave me 4 of them, and I cooked them up.
And then the weekend after that is Dax's grandma's birthday. And we're all going to dinner. Because his grandma is like your grandma. And she's the funniest little thing. She's like 4'11", and she's really, really scrawny, and she sits like this, and she's like, where's my wine? And it's right in front of her. She's a funny lady.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's just a good pancake right there. That sugar's all over that thing, making it stick.
Y'all sugar's gonna be high.
Well, I made this for Mom, so Mama can have a good one here.
That was so nice to do that.
Yep. And then this is for Rusty's wife. But I have to take both of these because they're sticking together. Boom, boom, boom.
Mom's gonna help me with my class today
Mm-mm-mm.
because I'm in accounting.
Okay, the other thing that I wanted to do, we got time? Yeah, we got a little bit, not much.
Got about 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, maybe I'll save it. I'll save it for another time. We'll show how we're going to clean this mess up. Yeah, I'll save it. Well, them look pretty good.
Now, are you planning on drizzling syrup on top of that too, or is the sugar glaze on it enough?
Whatever Mama wants to do.
Okay.
That is her decision. That is her choice. So it was good to go to the competition yesterday. I was repping the old Uncle Steve's. I did get a couple questions like, what is Uncle Steve's? So I had to tell him. Wonder if I could get some like 1 ounce bottles of Uncle Steve's so I could just like have like a little trial size. Sure, he's got those. And check that out. No more sugar. It's all in the thing. What do you think of that?
Remarkable.
Say it's not so.
Go.
Yo, Joe. Now that we're going kind of nostalgic, right? Yo, Joe. Actually, I think I'm gonna make some eggs.
Okay.
I want eggs.
Still.
Yeah, get some of that crud off there. I want some eggs. Nobody else does, and that's fine. But let's go ahead and just spray her down really good. What was I going to say? I don't know. Well, so we were talking about the comp and got to see some of the judges that we've made friends with. So that was pretty cool to see them. One guy he cooked with us the last time we cooked.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, and we cooked. The last time we cooked a comp was March of 2020, right before everything shut down. So to see Jason was pretty cool. You know, he come out and he was judging, and he had his nephew with him, who's just gotten out of the military and was getting into the SCBA. So it's pretty cool. I didn't see who won, but there were some pretty good teams there. About all the turn-in boxes looked pretty good. There was a couple that were, you could tell were novices,
Yeah,
but
they were brand new cooks.
yeah. But otherwise, I mean, it was really cool. I really like doing these, and they had me do, instead of judging, I was actually helping with the
Table runner.
Yep. So when you sign up for the judge, they'll have you did something different.
Yeah, I was assistant table captain is what they called it that day, but they called it something else before.
The table assistant.
Table assistant.
So his job was, once you get the box, right, you go to everybody and you open it up so they can get an appearance, and then you close and go to the next one. So that way they get that first impression. And then after everybody's seen it, then you go and you were the one that opens a box and divvies out all the portions onto the mat. So then they went to that way because of
COVID.
Yeah, I was trying not to say the word.
Really?
Yeah, because YouTube will flag you.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a no word.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, I really don't care, but so after COVID, they went to this way, so that not everybody was in it and touching it and playing with it and all that stuff. So, which I think it works out nice.
Because they used to hand it to the first person at the table. They would open it up, look at it, get their appearance, and then they would smell it to get their aroma, and then they would pass it to the next guy. And then they started doing the table assistant, so that all you could get is just the physical appearance, and you couldn't get aroma until you actually got it on your plate. Then you would pick it up and bring it to your face and smell it yourself. And that just kept everybody's faces out of the box.
Yes.
And they just haven't, I mean, they just kept it like that ever since.
And so the other kind of behind the scenes stuff is they take some of the judges and they'll put them as the turning table. So whenever the teams come up to the table and turn in the box, those two people are judges. One does the paperwork check-in, the other one does the tickets. So you put a ticket on there, you give half the ticket to the team, the other ticket goes on the box to go. Then I was the guy that took it from that table inside the building to another table where another judge was. He's the guy that once he got, there was 4 tables, so once he got 8 boxes, he randomly assigned the boxes to a table. But he would sign in the number on the ticket, and then, that way it was signed in and he knew which box went to where.
They call this double blind just judging, so that there's no way that anybody coming in is going to know what team had what box.
Because you could get to where, hey, we turned in third, did we go to the third table? And that's the way it used to be, and they changed it. So this way is pretty cool. The downside is that I don't think the teams know that we're doing that. Because you could have the turn-in starts, there's a 20-minute window. So if you turn in the first 3 minutes, and then we don't get enough boxes in until 10 minutes, so your box sat there for 7 minutes. So it's kind of one of those, so you're getting kind of not lukewarm, but you're not getting really hot barbecue. So, but
some people, they wait till the very last possible minute to turn it in, so that they know that their food is going to be hot.
Yes.
And so if you have, say, turn in for pulled pork is 10 o'clock in the morning. They'll blow the horn at 10 minutes till 10, letting the teams know, hey, you can turn in starting now. They'll blow the horn, and then as a team, the turn in is 10 o'clock anyway. So they can go turn that in anytime between the first horn and the last horn. They blow the last horn again at 10:05. It's just, they'll wait till the very last minute thinking that they're going to have a hotter, fresher product, and that's not always the case.
Yeah. But so then you got the judges that are doing the score tallying and all that stuff. So it was fun. It was a good time. What I'm kind of getting at. And it was as a we are cooks. We were cooks. To see when we first started, there was you wrapped it up in a towel and carried your styrofoam box on. Now there's actual Cambros that are that size. They look freaking awesome. But I hadn't taken the time to look them up on the old Amazon-ish.
Yeah, they're probably out of our price range right now anyway.
I have a bag that you put a 9x13 pan in that's insulated, and there was several teams using that. There was some that used a styrofoam chill chest that I got with the heating blanket in it and a moving blanket and all that. So, Daddy Dutch, what's up, buddy? So it was kind of neat to see what everybody else is using as far as that. I mean, you see the turn-ins, and I would like to take pictures of turn-ins, but we can't.
I know.
But we see you had one box that was interesting with the four sauces.
Yeah, this was definitely a new team. Not knowing what they're supposed to be turning. I can't say supposed to be. Not knowing what we as judges expect to be turned in. But they just had a clamshell grill opened up, a box opened up, and a pile of pulled pork in each corner of the 9-inch square. And one of them had mustard sauce, one had vinegar sauce, and there was 2 different types of a red tomato-based sauce. And it was really strange, but they were just, in my opinion, they was trying to give us judges multiple tastes of what they could produce. But as far as the appearance score, a very, very low appearance score, but the taste enough. I mean, I was a table assistant, so I didn't actually eat any of the barbecue yesterday. But from the reactions that everybody else was getting, they got really high marks on their scores for flavor and aroma and stuff. But me personally, I didn't get to taste it. But it was what some of the judges saying, what they lacked for in the appearance score, they made up for in other places.
In the flavor and
right.
Texture was a big one. I didn't have a lot of bad texture, so it was pretty good. Because once I got done, everybody turned in. We had a break, and then what they do is whenever the table assistants are done passing around and everybody's doing their scores, they bring it over and set it on a table, and we have the tickets underneath so we know which ones don't or have been used, right? And then we don't know anybody's ticket number, so we end up bagging it all up into little lunch bags, sandwich bags, and the judges at the end can take that home with them. So we open up, 6 boxes on each side of the table, and we just scoop a little bit out of each one, and you get about a third of a freezer or a lunch bag full. So it's kind of cool. And then we got ready and did ribs. Ribs, we don't do take-home bags because there's usually not many left. But
not all of the teams, participate in the ribs.
No, we had 20 some teams or 20 teams.
20 teams
and 16
did ribs.
Yeah.
You got 6. We had 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 judges, 7 counting the table captain.
Yep.
So 7 judges at each table, and we had 5. We had 5 tables of judges and 3 tables of novices. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, there was 3 tables of novices. So Daddy Duck's got a new 18-foot trailer for a comp trailer.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Hell yeah. What's up, Steven? But yeah, that's awesome, man. I'll do a tour video. Put all your stuff in it and show us the secrets. Show us the secrets, man. We got our comp coming up, and we've kicked around some different ideas of seasonings, and I mean it's going to be probably the pig shake. It's going to be one of them for sure.
I'm really excited about that. We've been out of it so long. I'm really excited to get back in it.
Yep, I'm not looking forward to cleaning the drum. So in 2020, I did a graduation cook in June. In June.
Mr. McGuire.
So, and I did a video on it, and right after that is when all my stuff happened. So the dad, I left my drums over there, and the dad, nice fella, he's helped me cook several times, and he pressure washed the drums and then didn't reseason. So, and then left them sit. So unbeknownst to him, I was getting a bunch of rust inside, and I cleaned 3 of the drums, 3 of the 4, and this comp one I was like, we're not cooking, so I just leave it sit. And I dug it out the other day, and I looked in it, and it's going to be, I'm going to need to grind it all the way down to bare metal on the inside. It's pretty rusted and pitted, so.
We got, what, 3 weeks to our comp?
Yeah, just shy of a month. So I got time to do that. It'll be a pain in the rear, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of excited to cook again, but I'm kind of like cautious at the same time because it's a lot, and I'm hoping my energy level's there and my stress level isn't there. But
and our buddy Wes is going to come cooking with us.
Yeah,
he's the novice judge, and for him to get up his requirements to move up to the next level, one of the requirements is cooking with a team. So he's going to hang out with us and cook with us that weekend, so we can get that requirement knocked off. Now he's cooked with me a whole bunch of times, especially doing the fundraisers for the high school and the scouts and stuff. But we've never taught him competition, cutting the different cuts, pulling out the money muscle and the tubes and stuff like that. All we've ever done is just a massive pull.
Yeah.
So it's going to be new for him. He's excited about learning that too.
Yep. And he was, because he's a novice and he's going through all this, he's like talking with other guys who are SBN or KCBS certified. So the difference in the judging is huge. The difference in the training is huge. And I mean, of course, the people's messed up too, but it's funny because you'll get somebody who's KCBS and they're like, "Well, I'm KCBS. I know all this stuff," but SCBA does comparative judging, not compared to what you had in your life. So, a little bit of difference. Of course, we've had videos on that prior, showing where we interviewed Don,
right?
In Kirby. So y'all have to check those videos out. But well, this is looking done. So, but we got a few weeks yet.
How you doing on these blue shot towels? Do you need any more?
I will, yeah.
Okay. I got still half a case left.
Yeah, I will. I'm down to about half a roll.
Okay.
So we'll be getting our list together of stuff and what we need for the comps. We do have to do. So Kent, I know you've heard me talk about it. I think that might be the video next week. Actually, the live. Let's do. I think we're talking about the Dutch oven popcorn for the ancillary. I think that sounds right here in front of me.
You moved it.
I know. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. So we're doing Dutch oven popcorn for our ancillary. I think that sounds unique enough. And it's cheap. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Only reservation I have is I don't know how many guests are going to think it's worth $1 ticket for a small thing of popcorn like that. I mean, that's the only thing in my mind. I mean, for us, it's a cheap venture, and I think it's going to be good. The different flavored shake and have different flavor profiles.
Yep, because we're thinking dessert shake and gator shake, and then probably just those two, maybe original.
Then I think the spicy R would be good.
Yeah, but not everybody likes spicy. So we'll give them we'll have two, maybe 3 trials or seasonings that you can pick from when you get your ticket and see what goes on.
So we'll be cooking cast iron popcorn next week.
I think so. That sounds good. That sounds like a winner. What do y'all think? Well, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. But anyway, so Tom says y'all be live on Easter Sunday. I reckon that's next week, ain't it? Or the week after?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Might as well. I mean,
I guess if it's next week, then yeah. But if not, then probably. I don't know. We're not doing anything for Easter, I don't think. So,
our family get together is not going to be till probably 1 o'clock. So it's just another day to me.
Well, it's not just another day, but it is a special day.
Well, you know what I mean. We've got our plans that morning. I'm just as open that morning as I am any morning.
Yeah, I don't think we're hunting any eggs or.
Nah, kids are a little bit past that.
But I will have to look and see about maybe we could do some boiled eggs and color them, and then maybe make some egg salad or something. That would be okay. I could get out my little bunny mold and try to recreate what I did last year, and that was a complete train wreck. But the little bunny egg casserole type, yeah, that was a mess. So, but all right, well, I'm gonna get off here and finish cleaning up and get Mama in here because she's already came out and looking for breakfast. So we will get out of here. What's this last comment? Next Sunday. Oh, well, yeah, we'll do something next Sunday. Yeah. Maybe we won't do popcorn. Maybe we'll do something with eggs. Maybe I'll try to boil eggs and peel them.
Let's do something with bunnies. I'll pull one out of my freezer, let it thaw out. We can cook Easter bunny.
Okay. As long as it ain't got no worms in it, we're good. So, all right, y'all. Well, let's see. What's Mr. Pro Cut say? Thanks for cooking. Awesome, brother. So let's get at it, man. Good show.
Enjoyed it.
Yep. We actually stayed on somewhat of a topic, and we didn't even have nothing wrote down. Surprise. But let's get at it.
It doesn't matter if we write it down. We usually don't follow it anyway.
Yeah, I forget too much crap. Ooh, went the wrong way. I gotta cut the fire off before we stop. There we go. So, all right, so let's get out of here. Y'all have a great week. I don't know. I was gonna say something different than what I normally do, but only thing coming to mind is be that reason why somebody smiles. It's it means a lot and it does good for your soul when somebody smiles because you made them laugh, or you just took the shopping cart in for them, or I
tell you, on the way to our competition yesterday, you sure were making me laugh a lot talking about my drive.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was on there to keep my anxiety in check. Because it was dark and he was driving. But it was a good time. We had a good time. We got there safe. Lots of prayers went up.
It was good to have a guy's day out. Yeah, it was.
So, all right. Well, y'all have a safe, great week, and we will catch you guys next weekend. And we're going to do something with eggs and rabbits. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. So, remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week, guys.
Boom, 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 boom.